Hey everyone, I put together a quick video on brake cooling for an M2. As many of you who've taken the M2 to the track have probably experienced excessive heat in the calipers that results in a softer brake pedal and your front calipers turning green, such as these. If you have done research online about additional brake cooling, you have a couple of different options. The simplest one is to install these GT3 based brake cooling ducts. How these work is they are installed on this arm as such, and I will show you on the other side how that installation works. They do require a little bit of a cutting to make sure that they fit and don't impede with the steering at full lock. So as you will notice on this particular piece, there is a end that's cut out here. There's an additional cut out here to allow for additional clearance, and then more cutouts here. I have another set over here that I can show you, and I will also post a picture to show you, but really basically you're looking at, here is the before and here is the after. So there's a cut on this side, there's additional cut that needs to be done here, and these two clips have to be cut out, as well as a little bit of the piece right over here. On the Porsche, these clips are functional. On our cars, they are not, so they will require additional zip ties to be secured, and I have, for that purpose, drilled additional holes. So these are the two OEM holes, and I have used a 3/16 drill bit for this and cut 3 additional sets of holes. Make sure that when you're cutting these that you are leaving enough space for the holes to be to come out, so, and then you're not impeding with the OEM clips. So if you look over here, there are actually these OEM circle marks that you can utilize. You're about middle here, lower part there, and then in these 3 circles on the bottom, you're in about the top part of that. In terms of securing these, I will show you on the other side, but they go on this arm, and I have drawn this line here. It's an inch from the lower part of the M on this arm, and that signifies where, just gonna put this down for a moment, where you want the ending here to align to. And what that will allow you to do is at a full lock, such as when you are turning the wheel the other way around to the left on this side, you are going to have just enough clearance to allow that to happen. So I'm going to move this back up to full open and show you on the other side what that looks like. This may be a bit difficult to see, but there is a little bit of a space in here. You want to make sure that the plastic is not touching the arm here, because it will impede with your ability to turn the car. So if I turn this open, as you can see, what I've done here is I've used the OEM marks and then the additional 3 sets of holes that I have drilled attached securely to the lower arm, and I'm using a 0.2 thick band, and it's a 12-inch one, so it's been cut to a bit shorter. I have not made any changes to the backing plate. I will leave it at the OEM setting for the time being, and to see if this has made significant enough improvement. If it has not, there is an additional cutout that might need to be made around here or so to allow more of the air to travel into the hub. You just want to make sure that you're stopping the air just soon enough before it gets onto the rotor itself. You want to make sure that you're not just cooling the rotor, but you're cooling the central hub, and then the air is coming into the middle of the rotor and then out through these cooling ducts, so that you have even cooling on both sides of the rotor. If you're just going to send the air on the one side of the rotor, by either removing this plate entirely or making the opening too large, you are going to cool one side of the rotor more than the other, and that will result in cracking. So post any questions below that you may have about the install, and I will also add in a link to a discussion thread that has additional information on this.